Hey there, everybody. Welcome to Funnel Hacker TV. How's it going, everyone? Let us know when you're here. Just leave a comment. Be like, I'm here live. I'm here on the replay. Let us know. We want to hear from you. We have a really cool episode today. If you guys remember at Funnel Hacking Live, Russell's on stage presented exactly how he was going to build in the next 24 months a business that was going to make $100 million per year in recurring revenue. So we're going to actually, he gave an update on this in his podcast. We're going to funnel hack it. If you guys want to see the funnel hack and be able to go through it with us, we're going to do that. That's the first thing we're going to do. Or we're going to do that throughout. So let us know if you guys want that. Number one. Number two, we're also going to make sure you get all the news and everything that's going on in the water cooler. We're going to give you some FOMO. There's some meetups and things that are going on. We want to make sure you're in the know. And then if we have some time, we'll also go over some Hacker Hero stuff. So with that said, let's jump into all the goodness and we'll see you on the other side of the intro.
We are part of an underground group of entrepreneurs that you've probably never even heard of before. We are funnel hackers, and these are our stories.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Funnel Hacker TV. I'm Susan Leonardson. This over here is Ben Moot. And okay, before we get into all the things that Ben just talked about, let's do water cooler really quick because I don't know if you guys saw this. It's so cute. I had to even show it to my kids yesterday when I was hanging out with them. Russell's traveling. He's on vacation right now, and he posted this yesterday. It's the cutest thing. He's holding this mama sloth. She's pregnant. And at one point, he's like, oh, she's grabbing on tighter. And it was like, ah, that's so cool. This is just so fun to see, having fun. Yeah, so Russell's just traveling around, having a good time with his family. It's spring break here in Idaho, so that's what he's up to. And anything you want to add to that, Ben?
No, it's nice to be able to see him kind of breathe for a second. And while he's doing it, he's also recording a couple podcasts. So like tomorrow's podcast episode is going to be something like that's really cool because he's doing it on vacation. He's been recording other ones. They're just kind of the more relaxed. Like the last time he did that was on the trip to Kenya. And he had this like, I think I figured everything out. Like it just, that moment of peace in the storm to be able to step out and be able to find a rhythm, be like, I can see the battlefield. It's kind of what the vacations are for Russell. So he's still working. Trust me, he's still messaging us. We're still doing stuff. But at the same time, it's nice to be able to see him be able to do this. And he'll be back running again next week. So the madness will begin once again. So it's great. Absolutely love it. Yep.
So fun. Okay.
Then yes. Oh, then we had the inner circle thing. Yeah. Do you want me to talk about this one?
Yes,
okay,
please
do. So if you guys are in the inner circle, Steve Bertesco, let's go ahead and throw that up really quick. Steve came in and asked everybody if we could interview about the Claim Your Throne event. We had it last week. And so he brought on me in order to be able to have me go through like what was the strategy of it on Monday. On Tuesday, he brought on Morag. Morag is our lead like project manager funnel build. She makes sure that everything happens, the design happens. Then he brought on Miles. Miles throws the events, he organizes, makes sure that everything works right. And then he's brought on Eric Thomas. And Eric Thomas on our team helps to create all the workbooks. And so he walked through how we created our very first curated event for the inner circle dedicated and what the process was for that and how it looks. And so if you're in there, go and watch those. Each of them were like an hour long. It was like a full deep dive in how to do this for yourself. If you're looking to create a curated event, it is that for you. So definitely go check that out. It was really, really, really good. So that is available. If you've missed it, we want to make sure that you're in the loop. Oh, really quick. Also, let us know where you're in from. So we are going live on Facebook. We're going live inside of let's see, YouTube, and we're also on Twitter. And for some strange reason, we're getting a lot of views on Twitter recently. So if you're on Twitter, please leave us a comment. We want to know. If you're on YouTube, let us know. We'd love to see you on YouTube. If you guys are on Facebook, what's up? How's it going? Let us know that you guys are there because we got a lot that's going on. I want to make sure that you're good to go.
Awesome. And if you are on Twitter, tell us, do you call it Twitter or do you call it X?
Oh.
So we know what we need to call it for you. I know that there's people on both camps. Okay. All right, should we jump into Funnel FOMO? Because there's some stuff that happened and also something that is coming up that you're probably going to miss out on because it was invite only. But we want you to know that it's going on and more of this is coming. So last week we talked about, did it happen last week? It happened last week too.
It happened
didn't
last week. Yep, it happened last week. So
Or-
we brought it up just a bit.
Yeah, they did it. They did this meetup in LA. We talked about it a little bit last week, but we actually have some footage that we wanted to bring up for you guys today, just so you could see, okay, if you have the opportunity to have a meetup near you, Danny Walsh and Andy Ortega helped put this together, probably some other people I'm forgetting. And it was a success. And so if they're going to do more of these, we kind of want you to know hear from people that attended, see what it was like. And maybe you'll get to have one where you live and let us know where you live. So maybe that can happen.
So Christopher Cross created this little video for himself, and I was like, can we use that potentially? And so we wanted to be able to show this. This is what happened in LA last
that I took away from the in-person meetup for ClickFunnels in Los Angeles, California, were these. Number one, driving time actually gives you time to prepare for an event and also time to reflect on the things that you learned. Good thing I had 10 hours total. Number two, ClickFunnels is definitely the right choice when running a business because it is so capable of doing so many things. And with the integration of AI, we'll be able to put out offers to help as many people as possible throughout the world super easily. Number three, possibly one of the most important things I took away is that community is key. The people I met in California are amazing. And if you get a chance to go to a meetup, I would highly recommend it.
So cool. I'm jealous that I didn't make the flight over to LA and hang out with all of those cool people.
Yeah, it was cool. It was really neat. So if you guys want more of those, you need to let us know. We are listening to you. So you guys need to let us know what you guys want. And we are about to get into Russell, revealing what his plan is in order to make this. We're about there. Just one more thing that's happening really quick. Susan, you get to be there. I'm just really upset about this. So I'm going to let you talk about it. So
next week for 2CCX people who were able to attend, and I mean, I think only a limited amount of people could attend this, but they're having a meetup here in Boise at ClickFunnels headquarters next week for a couple days, different group of each day. And it's really just a meetup, just like kind of what they did in LA. Only this one's 2CCX specific. And I think I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to be able to be like a fly on the wall on one of the days, and on one of the other days actually be there as a participant. But I think the important thing that I'm taking away is people, I think that they're fully, all the spots got taken, right? And based on what we see of people made the trip, you saw Christopher, he made the drive 5 hours, 10 hours total to get to LA. I think that what we're seeing is people are really wanting the community, really wanting to be together in person, if we can't do it in person, virtually. But I think, I don't know about you guys, but I kind of crave that, that community, that network, and being able to just talk through my business and have people that are like-minded and they understand what I'm talking about. And so I think that's the big takeaway here of why these events are happening. And I think we're going to start to see more of them if everyone is interested and shows up to them.
You need to let us know if you guys want them because they're really cool. So yeah, this one is going to be, so they're going to have 30 people show up on Wednesday and a different group of 30 people show up on Thursday. And that's going to be at HQ. They're going to be in the event room. And they're just going to be hanging out, connecting, building funnels, talking about strategy. Nothing happening where we're training them. It's just opportunity for them to meet up and be able to have it housed at the event space because we have it. So it's going to be really, really neat. I like us getting back to hearing from everybody. So if you guys have your thoughts, if you have questions, all that, let us know in the comments because we want to be able to support you guys step by step. Susan, do you think that we should jump over to our funnel hacking moment? What do you think we ought to do?
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, we're throwing a wrench at you, Tim. We're going to jump over to funnel hacking with Susan, and it's going to be with Ben as well in a moment, because what we wanted to do is, and actually, let's go ahead and pull my screen up right now. There's been a couple of podcast episodes that Russell has put onto the Marketing Secrets podcast. You can go to marketingsecrets.com and go to the blog to find them. That's what we're looking at here. Let me get to that screen so I can scroll on it. And so this is the first one that he published I don't have the date on it, but it was, January 19th. And this is where he revealed, like, if you were at Funnel Hacking Live, he revealed this from stage. And I think we have footage of that too, what we showed at the beginning, where Russell was just kind of talking through like, okay, I'm launching Secrets of Success. Here's my plan to grow it to $100 million a year business. And he walked through his plan from stage. And so this podcast episode, the first one from January 19th, is the one where he shares that publicly. Okay, and then let's flip back to my screen. Then this past week, March 15th, there's the update on launching the Secrets to Success. So he launched it, and they tried some things. And then I love how the thumbnail says update on Secrets of Success, why marketing math sucks. So if you want to know what that's all about, go listen to it. And we might share a little bit of that here, but go listen to this episode. But this is what we're going to do right now is we're going to kind of funnel hack what happened. And what, so I'm going to share my screen in a second for the actual fulfillment of Secrets of Success, the actual membership. They made a change there. And so we want to funnel hack that. And then I'm going to turn it over to Ben in a minute, and he's going to funnel hack the actual funnel because they made a change there. They learned a lesson. Marketing math sucks. And they made a change there. And Ben can talk you guys through that part. But the first thing that I wanted to show, and this is just my board here, pretty simple, nothing too fancy. This is pretty much what you get when you go into the Secrets of Success membership. So if you go get the trial and you get in, these are the basic, like the core elements of the whole membership. And so there's like the Secrets of Success Masterclass where Russell's recording like training, and you can go through like modules and stuff like that. Then you have the library. So these are all things that already were in there. And I'm actually going to set this one aside for a second because that one wasn't in there originally. And then you have the library of like all of the books, like all of Russell's books that he's been gathering and learning from and reading. When he finds the good stuff, they are putting it into this library, right? So you have this access to the library. There are some courses in there that you get access to as well. And then I'm going to come back to this one, but then there's community, which is always a part of any successful continuity or like membership type of program. Like you have to have community in there. And there's a saying, and I don't know who to attribute it to like originally, but it's like people come for the, oh my gosh, I'm going to totally butcher it. People come for the content, but stay for the community, I think is how it goes.
Yep.
And so that's like the important piece too. And I know that the community is doing awesome over there. They're using like ClickFunnels 2.0. It's cool community. So the thing that changed, actually, let me talk about mini dramatic demonstrations, and then we'll go to the thing that changed. So the mini dramatic demonstrations, we talked about this on Funnel Hacker TV a few episodes ago when we funnel hacked dramatic demonstrations. In that, if you guys have been paying attention to what Russell's been doing over in Secrets of Success, he's been doing like these mini things of like the Elsie Lincoln Benedict one, like masterclass, I think is what it was called, where it was content that needed to happen for the fulfillment of the membership, but they treated it like a dramatic demonstration so that people could attend it publicly, get a little taste of what was happening, and then sell people in. And in that the latest podcast episode, Russell said that they get like about 400 to 500 new members every time they do one of these. And then they did another one for the last one, which was help me out, Ben. What was the last one? It
was Secrets. 1 minute.
The ages one.
Yeah, Secret of the Ages.
Thank you. I don't know why I can never remember that one. So that was another one that they did. So they're kind of doing this on a monthly recurring basis of these like little mini dramatic demonstrations. And it's like killing two birds with one stone, right? It's creating content for the customers where they get to have that, like get added in. They can watch it and review it anytime they want to. But then it also becomes this dramatic demonstration that people can sign up for, come in, watch it live, and then sign up if they want more. All right. Or watch the last ones or be able to get to the future ones. So that's pretty cool. Then, okay, so let's talk about this space here. You guys saw what it was. So Russell talks about this in the podcast. So if you want deeper dive on why this happened, go listen to it. But it is the newsletter. So what he said is that he noticed that they had, like, initially the launch was great. They got good amount of, I think it was like, what do you say, like 4,000 or 5,000 members in from the initial launch.
Yep.
But there was a drop-off rate, which is expected for a continuity offer, but he wanted to minimize it. And so he's like, okay, people are giving some feedback about how, like, there's just too much content to be able to consume in a month. And they just, people, I think, I don't know that he specifically said this, but in my mind, I translate that to, like, people were overwhelmed. They didn't have enough time to be able to go through all the content to feel like it was worth paying for. So he put this newsletter together, and Ben, you can talk about this too, but essentially the newsletter was, hey, I'm reading through all these books. There's stuff that we're not even getting into the library yet, and even stuff that is in the library. But when I go and find these golden nuggets, I'm going to highlight them in my newsletter. And so now they're almost getting like a Cliff Notes version that you only have access to when you're a member. Anything you want to add to that newsletter piece that I left off?
I like it's not just like the things that he's learning, but it's like also his journey, like all the stuff that he's getting as well. Like he's sharing not only his journey, but also like the secrets from the books and everything they're gleaning. Because like the calls that they're doing every single week for the book club itself have so much ridiculous value in them that, like, they also take some of those things and toss them in. So that way it just kind of encapsulates the whole thing. So it becomes like just a catch up in a lot of ways.
Yeah. And I think so. Reason number one that really the only reason that we're talking about this today is because we're funnel hacking this. So if you are putting together an offer that is a continuity offer similar to this, and you're going to have some sort of library, you might throw in a masterclass or some courses. Think about what else you might be able to add in there that's going to be helping it to be more sticky. Maybe it's a newsletter, maybe it's not. But I think that's the game with continuity, is listening to the feedback of your customers, of your members, and figuring out how to solve it and make it more sticky for them. Make it so that they're like, oh my gosh, I have to stay. I can't leave. If I leave, I'm missing out. And so that's the name of the game with this one. Okay. If that's it for this one, I do want to have time to get over to Ben. So let's go ahead and take my screen down. And when Ben gives the word, okay,
this is fine. This is fine. Go ahead and toss up mine.
So let's funnel now.
Yeah, I've been funnel hacking. So if you guys have gone through the funnel, then you know how this works. And I want to show you guys something. Russell talks about this in the podcast. So take us as secondary, Russell as first. And if you guys are here watching still, let us know. Say hello. We want to make sure that you guys are good, and let us know where you're calling in from, or where you're calling in from. We see Chef Sherry Ronning. We've got let's see, we got Peter Dixon. We got Ubaid Ula. We've got Andy Ortega. We have Pauline. Love seeing you guys. Thank you for being here. Okay, but let us know when you guys are here and all the details. So this is the basic walkthrough of the funnel. So on the first page, you're able to either get a $1 trial, and then it's $97 a month, or you pay $29.97 or international shipping is a little bit more, in order to get the actual box with all the bonuses in it. And then you have a separate offer for the order bump. So there's a reason I'm putting all this together. Russell talks about it. Okay. So go and listen to that, and then come back here and rewatch this. So the second thing that he does is he has is once you buy that, you're offered the Hand of Destiny book, and you can see him. Let's go and pull up that video really quick, Tim, if we can. You can see him holding the Hand of Destiny book and talking about it. It's this huge, thick, amazing piece that has a story behind it that is moving and compelling and powerful. Really, really cool. What's up, Christopher Krause? What's up? Nice to see you. Scott Bickert. Wonderful. Donnie. Okay, sweet. And so like he does that, and he puts that in the upsell. Let's go back to my screen. And so he provides the Hand of Destiny for here if you choose to go yearly instead of monthly. Really neat, right? And then what they did is they said, you know what? If people said no to the order bump for the Master Key to Success, Napoleon Hill's Master Key to Success, then if they did, don't send them there. Send them here. Send them over to this upsell. Otherwise, so that way it's good. If they already purchased it here, then they would literally just skip and go to the thank you page. So there's a really cool flow here. It's a really dynamic, really cool thing. And I love how it goes. But let's do a little bit of marketing math here really quick. If somebody takes every offer inside of the funnel, how much does it make? Let's say we make the most expensive purchase. So we have $29.97 plus $97 plus $9.97. They're not charged $97 a month. That's after a trial. So we have $30 plus $97 plus $9.97. Someone can spend a total of $1,124. That's our max average cart value. What Russell talks about is we need that number to be higher. We need to give people more opportunities to buy things. We need to give more offers. So this is what they did. You can see the same offer here. You can see the trial and then $297. We still have the same order bump for $97. But then the Hand of Destiny is still the same, but he created this new order bump. And so, or this new upsell. And this is what the page looks like. So you get access to the Lost course that Napoleon Hill studied before he launched his own empire. This is from Charles Hannell. Charles Hannell actually created a course that he shipped out to people. And so you have the option to be able to, number one, get the controversial Lost Home Study course for just $297 digitally, or we'll ship it to you physically, and you can go through it step by step by step. And so Russell did a video really quick, actually I think it was right after he recorded the podcast. He recorded the podcast, and the next day he recorded this. It might have been a day before, like might be in between, but he went and recorded this kind of deal, show like, this is what you guys get access to. This is the process. And then you can choose which you're going to get. So we increased the cart value. So now you can choose $297, which means that's plus, let's say $300. We bumped that up to $1,424. Now, this is an interesting practice. The question is, what can you do? Or when you're looking at your funnel, yeah, Russell spent so much on all of this, like it's ridiculous. Amen, Justin. It's crazy. But as you're doing this, as you're funnel hacking, what do? We try to break down the lessons. So number one, Susan taught us, you add different things into the continuity to help people stick longer. But so that way you get your ROI over time. So if you're not breaking even on month one, you can break even on month 2 and month 3. And if you're on the Marketing Secrets blog, then or a newsletter, if you're on the newsletter, let's go over to the newsletter really quick. If you're signed up for the newsletter, then you just got the newsletter right now that says Becoming a Master of Breaking Even. If you didn't, go over to the blog. You can go over here and sign up for the newsletter for sure. But Russell talks about why breaking even is so important. So it's nice to break even month 1, but it's continuity. And so it might break even in 2 months or 3 months. And so you might need to make that. And if you do that, you need to make sure you have enough cash on hand to do that. What we decided to do is give us as much chance to scale as best in the back end by adding things to the continuity, as well as on the front end by adding additional offers that were more attractive and actually worked appropriately. Also, our $997 per year, there was this funny little thing on here where like it may or may not have been adding shipping. So we made sure that was adding shipping appropriately. There's a couple different things, like you come into the funnel and you tweak. Everyone's like, it's got to be perfect. Sometimes it just needs to be live. Sometimes it just needs to be live, and then you can perfect it as you go. So this is Russell literally doing a funnel audible with you guys, talking through these ideas and how he does it. So hopefully that funnel hack was helpful. Is there anything else that we can show you? Anything else that you guys can see? Like, come here and funnel hack. Go through the funnel if you haven't. But is there anything else that we could show you guys that would be really, really helpful here? Because I think that's going to be the gold.
Yeah, and I'm just one more time, go listen to the podcast. I'm going to click my screen here. It's the one that just came out on March 15th, update on launching Secrets of Success. It's 20 minutes long and it's so good. My favorite thing about the Marketing Secrets podcast is like Russell doesn't hold things back. No. It's where you can get the transparent, like, oh my gosh, we learned some lessons. Here's what we're doing to, taking what we learned and what we're doing with it next. So go listen to this. He will go into it in even more depth, and he's pretty raw in this one as far as like this. He throws out numbers. So I definitely recommend going and listening to that one. So don't miss it.
It's a good one. One comes out tomorrow as well, and he's already pre-recorded several others. And you'll start to hear what his angle is on all of the things he's doing. We've been funnel hacking all the different things in the linchpin. If you want us to keep funnel hacking and do this, let us know. We'll keep going through and funnel hacking all the different things. They're absolutely great. Justin, by the way, is blowing up. He's like, there's so much in this episode. Secret Success is amazing. Yeah, amen, 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 amen. Cool. All right. If we have a second, should we do some hacker heroes?
Yeah, let's do some rapid fire hacker heroes, because there's been a lot of activity going on in the ClickFunnels community. A lot of questions being asked.
Yep. So let's go through this really quick. Really quick. So the first one, let's go ahead and bring up my screen. Kenneth Jensen shared this picture of him holding a 2 Comma Club award. By the way, I've been loving the redesign on everything that you're doing. I love how you're changing your profile and all that in order to show this. He gave this little talk about how if you ever become overwhelmed with all the tech and the launching your webinar, this is how we did 1.2 million. This is the process. And so he goes, remember these things. This is what's actually important when you launch. This is how you actually get traffic so you can actually make this work. Should you go live? Should you record? What's the process here? Do you sell on a webinar or do you have them book a call? What's the process that he would recommend? If you guys can come over to Facebook, just search for Kenneth over here. Kenneth, Rebecca, I hope I say that name right, man. Rebecca Jensen, you can go and check this out. It's super, super valuable. Same vein, somebody asked, like, I have an upcoming workshop with over 700 people signed up. How do I get an improved show up rate? How does that work? You guys chimed in. This is so valuable. I loved all this. There's a ton of resources in 2CCX. Send SMS messages. That's huge. Like, do the following. And so everybody started to give like drip feed ideas, creating reminders and hype, emails, crafting indoctrination broadcasts and sequences and videos and mini workshops. There's just so many really cool ideas. WhatsApp. So really, really cool. Loved that one. This is a post really quick from Naveen Dubey. So curious, what's your top resources in staying ahead in digital marketing and sales funnels, webinars, ebooks, and others? And I wanted to comment on this one. If you guys like it, go ahead and comment over here. Funnel Hacker TV, of course. Oh, you can't see it. Just a moment. It's okay.
Yeah, it's under our banner.
Yeah, there we go. Haha. Oh, I just posted it as ClickFunnels. That's okay. That's all right. All right. So how do you guys stay ahead? What are you guys doing? Brooke says that she stays a part of the ClickFunnels community. Absolutely wonderful. Everyone's got some different ideas of what they're doing. What is the one thing stopping you from launching your funnel? A question by Danny Walsh. This was really interesting. If you guys haven't noticed, the ambassador calls have been kind of paused for a while because Danny's been traveling. He came to LA. So literally there's a lot happening. These are about to come back. So come in here, let us know what it is that you guys need so that way we can update the ambassador calls and make it one step better. So come on over and answer this for Danny Walsh if you've got some time. And then we have a lot of different value that's being dropped from somebody inside of the community. So number one, we have Nicole. Nicole asked, look, how do I create this? Some of you guys come in, you gave like a little bit of information. Dan Havey recorded a whole Loom video on it for all of you guys to have like a training. This is how you use this as an element. This is the process. Another time, I was going through them. Maybe we could talk about these. Like, so how, hey, does anyone have code in order to generate an FAQ section? And they're like, oh, CF Design Tools has this, oh, all these other things do this. Dan Havey comes in here. This is how I do it. I made a video on it. Like, it's just over and over. Dan Havey just keeps giving value on top of value. So wanted to call out Dan Havey, call out all of you guys and just say thank you so much for being a part of the community and for building this up. We can't wait to see you guys who are in 2CCX and coming next week. And if you want to meet up, let us know in the comments. And if you just wanted to hang out and you're like, I kind of missed hanging out, I have an offer for you. Haha. Let's go to my screen one last time here really quick. Definitely make sure that you sign up for One Funnel Away Challenge. The One Funnel Away Challenge is spectacular. It's free for you. You'll have a cohort, a group that you go with to be able to build that community so you're not alone in your entrepreneurial journey. Go through with somebody step by step for the next 30 days plus 30 additional days afterwards. And if you want additional coaching, it's ridiculously cheap. So definitely come in over to One Funnel Away. It's free for anyone if you want. Plus you get a 30-day trial of ClickFunnels if you don't have one. So go and jump in. Highly, highly valuable. And you'll get that sense of community if you can't meet us in person because it's there for you.
So good. Okay. One last thing, if you are not signed up to our text messages, text FHTV to 208-231-3797. And at the beginning of this episode, we asked if you could drop a comment. Let us know, where are you watching from? YouTube, Facebook, Twitter/X, and let us know where you are tuning in from, and where you are tuning in from, like actually physically, so that maybe we can get some meetups going where you live.
Hey.
All right. That's it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time.
My name is Russell Brunson, and I'm part of an underground group of entrepreneurs that you've probably never even heard of before. We don't rely on cash from venture capitalists to get started, and we don't even have goals to go public either. In fact, our motivation is the exact opposite. You see, we have products and services and things that we know change people's lives. But because we're fighting against the big brands, people with literally unlimited budgets, we have to do things differently. We have to do things smarter. We don't have financial safety nets because every test we take is with our own money. We have to be profitable from day number one. So how do we do that? How is that even possible? If you ask the MBAs or look in your college textbooks, they will tell you that what we are doing is impossible, yet it's happening every single day. And it's happening through an art and a science that we call funnel hacking. It's not really something that I can explain to you. It's something I have to show you. These stories are a glimpse of entrepreneurs just like you who have a dream and a vision, who want to change the world in their own little way. I use the funnel hacking process to help make their dreams become a reality. Yes, we are funnel hackers, and these are our stories.